Do you sometimes just grab a sample and no matter what you do, you can't add anything to it? But then other times you seem to grab a sample and make a beat with such ease. That's probably just because you grabbed the wrong section of your sample. So let me show you a 3-step checklist I always use to make sure I have the right sample. Starting with density. So recently we have been working on this beat in Sample Academy. And we use this sample from our weekly samples. It's called Help Me Make It Through the Night. So what I picked was this blow section. When I started adding stuff to it, it quickly turned out that I had an extreme problem to add anything to this. So later on, I came back to it and I actually picked a different section. I picked this section right here. And once I grabbed this section, everything just started to make sense and fall together. So what is the difference between those sections and why one of them worked and the second did not? So first of all, I want you to take a look at the density of those sample sections. So let's actually count instruments here. So let's start with the blue section. So we've got here a piano, we've got a string, we got horns, we got bells, we got vocals, we got some kind of harp or pluck, and overall there's quite a lot happening here. Now if we go back to the green section, let's take a listen to this and take notice of what's happening here and how many instruments we have here. So we have a vocal, we have a piano, we have a string, we have a bell, and I think we have a really subtle snare. So the difference between those sections is that the blue section is just way fuller overall. There's more instruments playing there, and the instruments that are playing are way denser. They have denser patterns, they're playing in a couple different octaves, and they're just overall way more happening in there. And that leads us to our second point, which is the size. So a simple trick to know whether a sample section will be good to sample, well, is to basically look at the size of the waveform. So if you take a look at this blue section right here, you can even see that the waveform of it is way thicker than the waveform of the green section. So if you put them right next to each other, you can clearly see the difference between them. Now, why the size of your sample is so important? Well, basically, you need to leave space for yourself to add anything to the sample. So if we just use this blue section, basically that is going to leave us no room to add anything, to add drums, to add bass, to add strings, to add any synths. It's not going to leave us no space. And then after we add those things, what's going to be even worse is that there's going to be no space for an artist to rap over the beat. That's why it's so important to pick a section of a sample like this green section, which leaves us plenty of space to add anything. So let's actually work some more on this beat and let me show you this happening in action. So just quickly, what I did with the samples is first I just chopped them up a little bit, and as you can see, I pitched them up to semitones. And then I just used a little bit of cymatics origin and an EQ to just clear out the samples a little bit. So let's take a listen how I chopped up the green section.
All I'm taking is morning light.
And now let's take a listen to how I chopped up the blue section.
Lead me through the night, lead me through the night, lead me through the night. Ooh.
Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab this 808. And I'm literally just gonna follow what's happening in the sample with it.
All I'm taking is morning light.
So it works quite fine in the green section, but let's take a listen to the blue section and see how it works there.
Lead me through the night, lead me through the night, lead me through the night. Ooh.
Though the processing of both samples is literally the same, we just cut out the low end to make space for the 808, still in the green section it works because the section of the sample is still way emptier and it has way more space for us to add that 808, while here in the blue section it's just simply too dense to add the 808. So let's actually move to the drums. And so basically those drums, we were working on them on a weekly live cook-up call in Sample Academy, and they were actually created with this blue section in mind. But if you take a listen to it, you're gonna hear that they do not wanna fit at all. So you can clearly hear that they're trying to fit in into the sample, but they're just fighting with it because there is no space for them. Now, if we just grab this exact same drum pattern and we drag it to the green section, just listen how much better this is going to sound.
All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is morning light.
Right, again, keep in mind that the drums were created with the blue section in mind. However, they still work better with the green section because simply there's more space for them there and they don't have to fight for space. And by the way, let me just quickly tell you that if you would be interested in joining our weekly sample course, then check out Sample Academy. It's the best place for you to learn sampling, and we currently have a free trial for everybody. So just check it out. It's first link in the description. So yeah, you can just see that we're using the same 808 and the same drums in both sections. In one section, it works because there is space for them, while in the other, it doesn't because they need to fight for a space and they're not gonna win over the sample that's just simply too full. So let's actually take this green section and let's develop it further. So what I did next is I grabbed this Juno 6 and I just created those very simple chords with it. To be honest, you kind of can't even call it a chord because it's just playing two notes at any given time, but it just gives some thickness to the overall beat, which we can afford to do because we have space in our sample.
All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is morning light.
Yeah, and after that, I just grabbed another Juno 6 synth and added this very simple lead melody to it.
All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is morning light.
Again, it's actually quite a thick and a big sounding synth, but we can afford to add it in because we have the space in our sample. If we were still working with the blue section, there would be literally no space for us to add it in. So if you want to learn how to chop samples like this, how to make melodies like this, then check out Sample Academy. It's truly the best place to learn sampling, and we currently have a free trial for everybody, so check it out. It's first link in the description. And if I just arrange this all out a little bit, here's how the final beat sounds.
All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is morning light. All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, I don't care what's right on. All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is morning light. All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, I don't care what's right on. All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is morning light. All I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, all I'm taking is, I don't care what's right or wrong. Understand? Let the devil take tomorrow. Oh, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead. Understand? Let the devil take tomorrow. Oh, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead.